What is up everyone, it's your boy Farai, and I'm going to show you how to sum up, well, what I'm going to be doing is summing up my synthesizers, obviously from within the project that I'm using right now. So for example, I'm using what is this plugin called, the Expand 2, you know what I'm saying, I got this for $1, which is pretty cool, you know, you pay $1 to get great beats. But yeah, I'll pretty much show you, I'm going to be using this Outboard gear right here, this SPL vitalizer, and pretty much it is a psychoacoustic equalizer. What that means, I don't know, it's beyond me, but basically it makes for great summing. You can either sum your synths through it, you can sum your drums through it. It's got a little sub bass section to give you either more sub bassy kind of sound or more tight drum sound. You know, you got your mid tuning and harmonics, and you can apply that via this knob how much you want. And then we got this cool little surround processor, so it makes for fun recording. It's made by SPL. There's a plugin by it. It's the SPL Vitalizer MK2. This was the first version. So yeah, that's pretty much the backstory on what we're using for this example. And as you can see right here, I'll just try and get it bigger. But you know what I'm saying, I've recorded it already, so I'll give you a breakdown on how I record this type of stuff. So yeah, pretty much what I did was, as you can see here, and this might get a little bit complicated, but if you look here, you'll be able to see that I've got 4 bars of pre-roll. And pretty much what I did was I shifted the whole project. So I shifted the whole project 4 bars forward so that I could get a nice roll in, because obviously, you know, when you record stuff with FL, sometimes the delay compensation doesn't monitor in real time. But that's just a safety net so that once done recording, I can sync it up with the metronome. So we'll hear phasing happening because obviously it's in sync. So that just clarifies that we're in sync. You can do whatever you want to do to make sure your stuff is in sync. This is just what I'm doing. So once I've recorded that, you know, I pull the whole project back together, and I'll quickly just show you an example of the sound difference between these two and why you might want to use Outboard gear. The one thing that I will give as a disclaimer is with this M-Audio interface, this M-Track 8, there is a bit of a degradation in quality in terms of the analog to digital conversion. So if you're not prepared to lose out, what I lose is a bit of high end, I guess, a bit of just like top end. You lose a bit of detail in that. But other than that, it is definitely worth it because you gain a lot more than you lose if you use this equipment right. So I'll quickly A/B the two and you can hear the difference. So here we go. This is the Outboard version. Let's turn off the metronome. Cool, so now that your ears are used to that, now we'll quickly display the other version. I've tried to level match them so we can hear a difference. I just want to make sure the drums are muted. You know, and I got rid of a bit of that mid-range kind of stuff, so we'll go to here to the chorus. Voice is not as wide, you know what I mean? It doesn't have that exact definite sound that this would have. You know what I mean? Just nice and wide. So basically how I route everything is I send all my instruments are there in kind of color coded. I'm sorry I have to use the light. I lost my video light, so I got to use a cell phone light. And yeah, so I send all of these items to one bus, right, which is the send. And let's just get nice and close right here. And what I'll basically do is, so basically right now you can see that it is being sent to the master. What I'll do is I'll uncheck that, and then I'll actually send it out of a physical output. So you can do your routing however you want. My routing works, it goes out of 3 and 4, and then from there into the outboard gear, from the outboard gear out into 5 and 6, right? So that's the return into FL, and then hence you get that recording right there. and then you actually record the whole thing. You can either use Edison to record, or you can just use this. When you use this, you get no delay compensation after the recording. So while it's recording, you will have a bit of a delay, because FL obviously doesn't know that you are sending out. Well, it does, and I think they should fix that. Haha, image line. Okay. So yeah, pretty much that's all you do. Once it's recorded, you can, A/B your stuff. You can send your drums through there. You can send your vocals through there. Sometimes I send, sometimes when artists give me tracks that have MP3 files, the beat is an MP3. You do lose some of the bass. You lose some of the high end. It doesn't sound as clear anymore. This will revitalize that sound. So yeah, I hope that helps. Maybe you are considering buying some outboard gear. Considerations, once again, is just that if your interface has a bad degradation in A to D quality, meaning analog to digital, then don't do it. But this is kind of okay, not the best, but you could really do with in real studios where they have SSL converters, or the Avid converters, the 192, all of those kind of stuff. You do get a better sound, and that's how they're sending vocals in and out of Pro Tools and whatnot. So yeah, it's your boy Farai, and we are making beats. You want to hear the whole beat quickly? I'll play it with the SPL stuff going on. Low battery, okay. So yeah, like and subscribe, comment, man. It's all good. Peace. The drums went on. That was supposed to be an epic outro. If you actually want to see the outboard stuff live, what we'll do is we'll open that up, 3 and 4. So now we should get our gear going in and out. See, we got a bit of a delay though, so you wouldn't actually be able to hear. You know what I mean? It's out of sync, but once you actually recorded it, it goes into sync. So weird scenario. Peace out.